Hi, and welcome to the second episode of ZenWaveCapital. In this episode, I will be talking about the private trial period, which occurred right before the public launch of ZenWave A and B. So before ZenWave A and B went public, I needed to know if I was ready. Walk-forward analysis can test an engine, but it cannot test your psychology. This is the story of the private trial period, the only phase where the systems were prepared and I wasn't. As you can see, the trial period started on October 13th. This is a Monday. It's showing here. This is a Sunday. That day doesn't matter because the market wasn't open. And it ended on a Friday, 21st of November, which is the week right before the public launch. I'll be comparing the live results to the backtest. You can see the realized profits, which is coming from an account starting with €1,000. This is a profit of 13.6%. You can see in the backtest, it should have actually made 18%. And you may be wondering why it's not 18%. Let me just run it so that it's clear that this is the correct result of the backtest, 18%. We can go through a few of the trades that started out. You can see the dates, October 13, 16, 17, where we have our first win, 0.13 lots, 0.06 lots, and then a 0.07 for these values and compare it with the live. Let me scroll up. They're about the same, right? With the same losses and almost the same wins, just a few cents difference, which gives me good confidence that the backtests really reflect what goes on live. So why the big difference? And the big difference was, of course, I interfered with the system I built, and this happened around October 29, this particular trade. You see, I closed it. It started early in the day. It was ranging around, and then I decided to close it. Why? Because there was major news coming out from the US. You can look it up. It was when the Fed was about to announce new interest rates. And when I went back and checked the same event occurring the last time it happened, price moved fast in the opposite direction before proceeding on the way that the engine would expect to go. So I decided to interfere because I was spooked. And I thought I was helping the system. In this instance, I didn't. So you can see in the backtest the same date, which is here, October 29. This would have actually been a nice win. In effect, having a better realized profit by the end of the trial period. So besides the major event occurring on this day, I opened 2 private accounts. This one was the longest running one, which had these 2 profits already. But in the end of all of these losses, this account was in the minus 2%. So 2% drawdown by the time this event was about to happen. The other account, which opened around these losses without these wins, was in a drawdown of 6%. This was already affecting my psychology, right? But I know from the backtest that in the 12 years, Engine A, the max drawdown that occurred there was 35%, right? And my psychology and emotions were already affected at this small drawdown which occurred. And prior to this major event, just the week before, you can see this price going down. The system had a loss, you'll see here right before this week. Even though we have a set rule, right, that a stop loss protecting the account would be 1%. Since price moved too fast, this is called slippage. Instead of having a 1% loss, this is almost 3% loss. So I thought the same thing would be happening the week right after because of the major news event. This is the live one. You can see the same thing occurring in the backtest, right? Let me just pull up this window so you can see that it's the same thing. This was affecting my psychology. These are the same things in the backtest. These occur, and the engines would survive this. As you can see, it did, and it ended up in a relatively good profit, right? And it's still, these things affected me. So lesson here, for the live systems which are running, the parameters are set, everything is frozen, and I will not interfere. You can see that if I just pull up the window, right, this is the week following right after. It made a little bit progress today, but this was minus 3% drawdown for the public launch. And you can see that it is still matching. Today is, so yesterday it was minus 3. So I'll just put here December 1. Starting from the week that we closed, which was November, I think 23. And if I run the back test there, is it loading new data? Yep, minus 3%, right? And I think so it's matching. The back tests are almost perfectly matching the live results to today, minus 2%. That's what you see here. So it is, can say it's fairly really accurate. Moving forward, for transparency, I'll be doing these videos regularly, matching what actually happened live with the backtest results from the exact same time periods. It's a series I'm calling Forward Performance Tracking, also known in quantitative terms as forward testing validation. So you'll see not just the theory, but how these engines behave in reality, week by week or month by month, quarterly, most definitely annually. It's a regular series that will occur. See you on the next video.